Hello there, Aries. It is Sebastian giving you your reading for March. And I do apologize. I've been a little bit late, but I've got my accounting qualifications and there's just a little bit more that I have to get through and I have to be a little bit more organized. Actually, I'm thinking about doing weekly readings and I'm thinking about going on live. So it'd be really great to connect with you if that's something that you would like to explore as well. So just tune in, just see when I'm going on live. It'll be great to meet with you. Let's start, Aries. How are you going with this situation currently right now? There's a lot of success and victory. So you've got what you wanted to get, and you've achieved what you wanted to achieve. In the immediate influences, there's been a lot of self-reflection and introspect. There's been a lot of like withdrawal, looking within to get that achievement, to get that success. So I'm proud of you, Aries, because I think in the past few months you've been a little bit up and down, which isn't a surprising aspect because a lot of people, that's just life. People go through up and down things, but it was really peculiar coming from an Aries because Aries are very organized. They're very great. They're very structured. So it was interesting to understand that about you and what you were going through. But in the future, so when it comes to recent influences and in the future, there's a lot of abundance for you and there's a lot of prosperity and security, which is something that you've been looking for the last probably 5 years or so. You have been looking for a lot of security and you're getting that now, which is really nice. The cards are saying, yes, that's what you're going to achieve and get. There's been some hardship though in the past as well. So in the past, you've come from a lot of hardship. There's a lot of people that have been banking for your success and maybe riding on your success as well. So they're not just banking on your success, but they're riding on you to be successful or riding on you to do well. I'm glad that I don't think you could let anyone down, Aries. That's just a fact for me. I think that you're a really great star sign. I don't think you let anybody down. I think if anything, you're the person, you're the go-to when people need assistance and obviously good advice. And I think maybe in the past couple of years, you haven't had a successful run like you are probably right now. Maybe this has been a successful run in the making. Sometimes it can feel like this. Sometimes it does feel like this. And so for you to go through what it is that you're going through isn't a surprise for me, but I can say that when it comes to doing this and when it comes to do what you're doing to be successful in life, sometimes it looks really messy. Sometimes it looks like you've got to do things you don't like just to get where you want to be. So I get that there's been a lot of hardship. I get that there's been a lot of introspect, looking within, looking at how you've come so far. There's a lot of that going around your cards, which is not a problem at all. I think there's some influences with earth signs, which will be really good for you. I think your influences with earth signs much better than the influence with your your water signs. But let me just check on that for a little bit. Sorry. Air signs. You've got a person that's an air sign that might not be the best advisor for you, but I mean certainly trust the earth signs that are around you. That's sure there's a lot of them. And you might not think there's a lot of them, but just have a real good look and you'll see them. Just having a look at some more clarification cards for you because it seems like there's been a struggle. I just don't see Aries struggling one bit. And you might though, here's the thing, you might, because I might not know Aries like you know yourself, that maybe possibly you're keeping yourself kind of away from people and not providing them the information that they need to make a good assessment about you and your surroundings or what's happening with you. By any means, if you're struggling, you should tell people so that they're able to help you. Because, if people are stronger than you right now, that means that they've got an extra hand for you and they've got time to help you. If I have a look, stop your arguments with the close people in your life, the relationships that you have in your life. Like if you can stop your arguments with them, that would be a great thing. I just think right now is not the best moment to um let's think about everything else right now. I think to stop your arguments with your close loved ones, your relatives, and I think you'll achieve much more in life. So have that in mind. Keep that in mind. Um, Also, when it comes to possible goal or destiny, it says that you have to be like authoritative You have to have reason. You have to have your cool about you. You have to be calm and collected. And with that in the future, I think in the future, if you don't keep your cool, if you're not being decisive, if you don't have good reason, there's going to be a lot of tricksters. There's going to be a lot of pranks or schemes around you. That sounds really interesting because you keep looking in your card spread, you keep looking at the Eight of Swords, and it's a woman that's like blinded with some swords, and it's like you feel trapped. And I don't think you right now you're experiencing success, you're experiencing a lot of things that are making you happy, and obviously you've done really, really well in the past few weeks, months. But I just don't think you want to be trapped again. You don't want to have that feeling. And that's good. Nobody should ever feel like they're trapped, and nobody should ever feel like that. So I think that you're on the right pathway to give yourself more freedom and a better chance to succeed. For sure, I think that you're doing great. But if you don't have that decisiveness, if you don't have that kind of calm wit about you, like rational thought processes, it can turn into a situation where you feel trapped. Listen to yourself, and I think that when it comes to money, past endeavors have really worked out for you. So I think, however way that looks, your past endeavors have given you your strength with um the finances. And I think always, if that's the case, always look back at your past things that you've achieved. Always look back. I always look at when people succeed the first time, they're always going to succeed another time because being successful is the aim of the game, right? And when you remember being successful, you have a better chance of continuing that success. So always go to your past if you're feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit you need more assistance with your money. I think go to your most recent past. So when it comes to negative feelings, there's negative feelings about a sense of belongingness and stability. I think that possibly you asked for a lot of help in the past and you didn't get it, which is a shame. But you know, I don't see that as a surprise. Because I see Aries as the person that people go to, and when you are wanting assistance, sometimes people around you just aren't the strongest. But just in general, people are the strongest. Like everyone should just rely on themselves, to be honest, in this day and age. But if you do need assistance, and Aries will jump to it more so than any other star sign. And I feel that you are in that situation where you feel that for once in your life, you were the person that needed assistance the most, and the people who are around you couldn't assist you. I don't think hold it to them. I think learn from that experience and move forward from that experience as best as you can, because it's not going to assist you being in that kind of um, thought process that I have to do everything and I'm the breadwinner. Why do I have to do things? Aries, that's just how it is. You're a really strong person. But with your family and your friends, I think they feel trapped, and there might be a sense of obligation to be able to get them out of their misery or get them out of their suffering. I think that you have a really nice family background with it's either your partner or your brother or your sister or your grandparents. There's a real nice partnership external from you that provides you with strength and understanding in your circumstance, which is really, really nice. And that's giving you a lot of advice, which is good. But I also feel like they're struggling as well. And there's a lot of stress when it comes to that struggle, and there's a lot of healing, but yet there's a lot of peace coming your way. So there's a lot of happiness and abundance if you move past the feeling of trapped. Look, sometimes people don't like the experience that they've had before. And sometimes when something new happens, they feel like it's going to happen again. And that's just a way, that's just a way of life that people inherit. And it's a way that they generate that for themselves. So I don't think it's actually real that if you're experiencing a new experience, that an old experience will ever come back to you. Try not to have that as your best foot forward when you're navigating yourself through this part of your journey. You've already succeeded. A lot of your cards are the answer yes. Just come and have a look. There's some answers in the past that were no, but your answers in the future are definitely towards the yes component, except for your family. Whatever questions you have about your family, and if you're sitting there asking them, it's a no for the now, because if you do anything kind of extreme right now, you are going to create that trapped with your family, or then feeling trapped. So I would expand on things and look at different avenues if you're still thinking about that for yourself. So if you're still thinking about expanding for yourself, I think one thing to look at is, you know, what have I done in the past with my family, and what's not working right now. So your hopes and your dreams and your ideas is that happiness is going to come through. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel those good feelings and those good moments again. I think it's going to come true. And in the future, in a few months, in 3 months, you're going to feel that balance and abundance that you've been wanting for quite some time. You're going to feel that stability. You're going to feel that harmony. You're going to feel that financial planning has been successful. It says also that you're quite spiritual, that maybe sometimes utilize your spirituality because that's going to assist you even further. If you utilize that, that's going to give you fulfillment and it's going to give you what it is that you need. Again, a lot of your cards are saying yes, whatever question you have for me, whatever question that you have for yourself, or asking the universe, asking whoever it is that you believe in, energy, asking heaven, you're getting the right answers. You're getting the yes, like you're getting a good nod in understanding and balancing your needs. Let's look at the lies. There's what's interesting in this card reading is lies and feeling trapped. So I want to get more clarification around that scenario. Some of you might actually know, you might be like, I know. So there was a lot of movement in the past or travel, or somebody was traveling a lot and there was a lot of confusion around that, but it came out really good in the end. So whether it was you, your partner, the family members around you that are looking after you, there was a lot of like upheaval. There was a lot of and also not knowing. And right now it's saying that you've come out of that and it's actually to your advantage that you've come out of and you're actually doing it really well in that aspect. So Aries, keep moving forward, keep doing what you're doing. There's a lot of positiveness around you, even though possibly you don't feel it. It is definitely there for you. Great work, Aries. I see you soon.